Hello, this is good afternoon. This is your little 11 guy here, and or Eduardo Velasquez here. And you see, um, yes, earlier this afternoon, I was absolutely doing this tutorial. I was absolutely well, not doing a tutorial, but I was doing this. I was doing this. Um, I was doing this. I was configuring this network here, and I was configuring. Well, I designed this network here, and the point of this network is to you see the point of this network for this healthcare company for this made up healthcare company. Um, the point of this network is for it to the point of creating this network is to create the OSP, well, not the OSPF, but is to entirely create this protocol. Uh, well, is to design a network that utilizes this protocol called HSRP. And as you all know, HSRP stands for uh, stands for the hot standby router protocol. Yep. And HSRP is a Cisco proprietary protocol designed to ensure high availability by virtual default gateway for hosts on LAN. I copied, well, not I copied, but I covered this like a long time ago, things like that. So if you can look at my old videos, you can entirely do so. Like, if you want to entirely look at my old videos, of course, you can entirely do so. Um, and just hold on for a minute here. Okay, so it was, I just wanted to save something in in Google in Google Drive here and things like that. So um, uh, um, so I don't know if I want to put this tutorial in Google Drive or not, but I'll figure it out later. But for now, I would like to try and figure out how to uh, how to set up a. I'm trying to absolutely, of course, figure out how I can absolutely set up this HSR. Pretty much, we'll set up the HSRP protocol for this particular network here. So as I look on my notes, I uh, says to assign IP addresses to the routers, interfaces, and PCs as follows. Okay, so I managed to set up the IP addresses for the routers, of course, and for the PCs as well. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. All of them are correctly set to the exact to the to their own IP addresses. Okay, so to set up the actual HSRP protocol, let's look at my notes. and see and look at the at the again, and I must look at the commands on how to absolutely set up the HSRP protocol on one of the routers here. See, these IP addresses, as I would, they're as I written, of course, were for a different, we're absolutely for a different project. It was actually for a tutorial that I that I that I watched. So yes, uh, so I would of course ignore those IP addresses and substitute with the IP, substitute those numbers with the IP addresses that are on my project. Yep. So first, to configure HSRP on the first router project, let's go to CLI, type enable, and enter the config terminal, and go to its interface, gigabytes 001. That's what we're running, of course. Gigabyte 000. Yeah. Gigabyte 8.00. Yeah. And sec. Okay, so now entering now I'm entering gigabyte or gig Ethernet 0.0.0 0/0/1. Yeah, and I'm absolutely now typing the IP address here. 192.168.1.1.255.255.0, and now I'm writing now I'm going to type its standby one command of IP standby standby command of the IP address of 192. Here it is here, 192.168.1.5. You see the standby command. In the standby command, the standby command of the IP address, it assigns the virtual IP address of the network here. This of each. The network here. See, and um, yep, and the standby when priority, in a standby one priority, it absolutely sets the router's priority higher than the actual default, which the number for the standby priority, of course, would be 100. That's the default. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm just going to type the standby the standby command, or the standby IP address of when of pretty much of this first network here, of this first virtual standby IP address here, 192.168.1.5. So yeah. Something is wrong here. For some reason I can't do that here. For some reason, I don't know why. What the? What the heck is? I wonder why I. It's interesting. I wonder why the heck I couldn't do that. Can't do that here. It's eccentric. For a sec here. I okay. Okay. Patience. It takes patience, man. It's eccentric. Okay. What's doing that here? Eccentric. Huh. Second. It's like here I'm going to look at my other projects that I did pretty much that we utilize, of course, the HSRP protocol here. I don't know why it's not working here exactly. Interesting. Oh, shoot. Damn it. That's what I don't know. I made a mistake here. I put the word address. You see, command doesn't have the word, this command doesn't have the word address in it. Yep, bad here. Okay. Um, so now I'm going to type its IP. Now I'm going to type its standby priority. And the standby, yeah, like I said, of course, the standby priority, it sets the router's priority to the higher, to a higher number than default. Okay, um, so I'll put the priority here to feel at least 110. Okay, so standby when, and then I'm going to put the standby or preempt here. Let's show you the standby preempt command. Okay, and the standby preempt command, it allows the router to take over as active if it has if it has a higher priority here. Yeah, so 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 um, so yeah, so this is the active router here. This is the standby router. So yeah, forgot to at least point that out here. Things like that. Okay. Yep. Yep. Type standby preempt here. Um, yep. Mm-hmm. Then uh, then uh, then I will obviously pay attention to its other interface here. The active router here, uh, which is which is int just int through this interface giga 000. Yep, and yep, this other interface right here, and okay, so type gig 000. Like I said, type its IP address right here. Just 192.168.2.3, 255.255.255.0, and type B, and then type the type, okay, and then create the HSRP protocol for that particular interface. So yeah, so I'm just gonna write standby 1 IP 192.168 dot here 2.8. Yep, yep. Standby IP address. Oops, scratch that. Let's have the word IP address here. Bad. 168.2.8. Press enter for the command to get through, and then type the standby priority, which is right here, which could be any number, yeah, any number, yeah. Yeah. Standby priority 100, yeah, 100. And I can use the standby preempt right here. Standby preempt command right here. HK, yep, and then type it. Yep. And again, of course, labels the entire router, the entire first router here, as the active router. Yep. And rather, of course, type. Yeah, I don't have to type it, but do right. So I can just save the configuration right here. Okay, and now let's type the let's type the or stand for router 2, which is going to be the standby router right here. I'm going to type its IP address right here for gig01 here. Yep. Okay. I did. Awesome. Okay. Actually, of course, what I'm say is that I'm going to type the IP. Well, not the IP address, but I'm going to set up the HSRP protocol for the standby router here. Yep. So okay, so I'm going to absolutely set up the HSRP protocol for pretty much for the standby routing here. Okay, so I must type its not the IP address, but standby IP address. So for the let's type the standby IP address for this particular network here, 192.168.1.5. So I'm sorry I'm taking so long to explain myself here. Just trying to at least focus on this particular project as best I can here. And I'd rather, well, then I'll type the standby preempt here, standby preempt command, and um, yep, standby preempt command, yep, and then type end. See, I'm not obviously, of course, making it as an active router, but the standby preempt command, it just I'm not sure what it like the standby one preempt. It allows the router to take over immediately as an active one, but standby preempt is just, I think, will be used to at least finish the HSRP protocol for this particular interface here. So I'll type do right as possible. Enter config mode, things like that, and do right. Which saves the configuration, and do that. But just like doing it, because I want to. And then I must go to gig 00 here to create the IP address here. To create the IP. Not the IP address, but the HTTP protocol. Yes. So so I must type the standby needs the standby version. Yeah, the standby version, and its IP would be since this is the standby router, this will be standby 2. Yep, standby 2. Here, and the IP address for the standby, for the second standby here, would be 192.168.2.8. Yep, and and then we'll type the small, well, then not small, but I'll then type the IP address priority here. Actually, oh, okay, remember that on me. This created a duplicate here of duplicate here of oh yeah, a duplicate here of IP addresses here. It's like that. Yeah, so this is interesting here. Should it's very interesting here. Still random. Yeah. Actually, I can type standby 2 IP address 19, no, not address, not address, not address, not address. My bad. Okay, sec. Stand by to IP 192.168.2.8. Shoot, a sec here. So interface here, then add int gig 0 0 0 int gig 0 0. Okay, cool. Coming into interface here. So my bad. Forgot the that. Okay, so yep. Okay, so I typed the exact correct command, and it stopped the error here, the duplicate address error right over here. Yep. So I've actually did forgot that pretty much that if I type standby 2, it will entirely duplicate the address with the other well, with the standby router here. So well, not the standby router, but with the, if I type standby 2 with the same IP address as I place in one of the interfaces for the active router, it will give me the error of a duplicate address of 192.168.2.2 continually. So I must type standby router. Oh, I must type standby 1 IP 192.168.2.8, and then type the priority here. Then type the priority here, standby priority of and type the standby priority of 90. Yep, the standby priority of 90. And then type the standby. Then type, of course, the standby preempt. Yep. Yep. And then type end. So as you can see, I made like a little error here on the command here, things like that. And that's absolutely one of the things that I should correct run. See after this video. So I want to see if the standby protocol here is I want to see if the if the I want to see if the I want to see if the I want to see if the if one of my PCs could actually ping another PC from a different network here. Let's see, things like that, and and I'm trying to actually test this here. And it does take a while exactly for it to ping here. Yep, it does ping. It does work. Okay. Yep. So the HSRP protocol is actually functioning for this topology here, and and as you guys absolutely saw. So I just trying to at least ping one more, just one more PC right here, and there it is. Yep, it does work. It does work here. So now I absolutely thank you all for watching this little tutorial and things like that, relating to the HSRP protocol here, relating to how you could absolutely, of course, configure the HSRP protocol right here. And if you enjoy this video, please leave a like. Please give me feedback, of course, if you want. And I'm absolutely posting a link to my Gumroad account. See, I'm absolutely trying to plan to sell digital challenges. Well, not digital challenges, but challenges or challenging challenge sets, I should say, using Cisco Packet Tracer. And if you subscribe to my Gumroad account, then you'll get the news or notifications of when I would absolutely release any sort of product here whatsoever. So then, I'm absolutely selling. I've absolutely just started to sell my BGP, a challenge set relating to the BGP protocol here. So if you absolutely, of course, subscribe to my Gumroad account, you'll, like I said, receive notifications of any sort of product that I will release here. And I will leave the link to my BGP challenge set in the description here for this video. So I thank you for all. So I thank you all for watching. Have a good evening and take care.